The stream should be reset now. Alright, I think the stream is now it's working. Let me turn the music back on so we can be chilling. Okay, I'm in the chat so we can talk once my boys get back here. I even bring some special guests just cause, it'll be fun. Yeah, let's put on some music, some good music of a not so good game. Alright, the stream should be reset now. Alright, I think the stream is now it's working. Let me turn the music back on so we can be chilling. Okay, I'm in the chat so we can talk once my boys get back here. I even bring some special guests just cause, it'll be fun. Yeah, let's put on some music, some good music of a not so good game. Ah, nice. If there's anything good about this game, it's definitely the music. See, got some people here, it seems. Okay, so while we wait for my boys to get back here, let's get on to this whole discussion about upcoming releases and upcoming DLC. So it's kind of random because I didn't when I made this list I didn't exactly make an exact order because I don't know when most if not all of these games are coming out or the DLC if there even is DLC for some of these games.
Okay, I'm here. I'm sorry.
It's good. It's
Yeah,
good.
I had to wait on my little sister who wouldn't get out of the bathroom. So
It'd be like that.
it do be like that.
No, I would continue on, but then it would be stereotype, and I just don't want to cause anger right now.
What were you talking about?
Oh, I was just talking about like how I didn't organize this upcoming releases and DLC the same as the recent releases because I have no clue when most, if not all, these games are releasing.
Uh,
But that
Hold
doesn't.
on. I'm gonna go back to the notes real quick, just to see if I do know if like I know any of them. Uh, I can guess a few of these.
Let's pop in, Mara. Thanks for coming by for the another podcast.
I'll look up Blaze Blue's release date.
Uh,
Cause I know that has a confirmed release date.
let's see.
I'm
It's
not.
like the end of like May, I think, for Japan.
It's the Yeah, it's the end of May for Japan and like the beginning of uh June for us.
Yeah, something like that. I remember that from Evil when they talked about that. I'm gonna
Yeah,
need you guys to tell me if the audio's doing good right now.
yeah. I need to I need
Because
to remember to like keep that volume at like super low but not muted, so that way it'll still count me as a viewer. That's the
yeah.
that's the secret tech when you're like trying to support Twitch streams, but you don't want to like listen. Make it tune.
Uh, Oh yeah,
Uh,
Fighting EX layers coming like supposedly coming out in April Fools because you know the whole EX
yes, yes, that's the whole joke. Is the fact that Fighting EX Layer is supposed to be coming out on April Fool's Day.
because it was an April Fools joke.
Yeah, I mean that's what they're like. One of the last line of the release date said like April Fool's, so I was like, oh, I guess
Put a
that's all we
question
got
mark
now.
too. Yeah.
Soul Calibur 6 is like later. Is like, I think, uh, winter. I don't know.
Now I hear white noise. What's poppin',
I
Eddie?
think.
And
I
hold on,
think.
that might be.
I think all we know is that it's a 2018 game
For
for Soul Calibur 6. I'm just guessing at this point.
I think it is. Hold up, I know what where the white noise coming from. I have this this fan going on. Let me turn it off real quick.
And I believe the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection is also June. So let me look that up real quick just to confirm.
I'm back.
The 30th Anniversary Collection. It's May. Street
Oh
Fighter
yeah.
Anniversary. The Anniversary Collection is indeed in May, not June. So, just let me give each game their release dates.
So we can talk about them in order. It's kind of the formula for the stream. We talk about the
June.
games in order. Has this slideshow even been going? Hold on. This is why I should have my phone on.
Yeah,
because
it's going.
Okay, because when I move to a different tab, the stream just stops, and then I should just leave it on my phone, so I can at least see if the stream is going. Let's see how these notes are going.
Completely forgot what Fantasy Strike was.
That you know that one game that like completely ripped off animations.
Oh yeah, that. I thought that game's out already.
I talked about it with Shreed. Apparently, it's early access.
Ew.
I thought the game was out too.
I mean, if it's early access, it's still like technically out.
Kind of.
But oh well, I'll just put early access on it because
we
I
can
don't.
just trash this game because what's poppin' Kick Striker? I personally don't hate it for like copying animations to a certain degree. Cause like yeah, plagiarism is still plagiarism, but it's like there's only so much you can do, right? But
True. I mean, I feel like there's like a unique way you could make fireballs.
I will say that Archer girl that they did in that game, actually having like all those projectiles on screen is actually pretty cool.
I believe.
Here for the fight night, Coonery Brew, Smug.
Yeah, Welcome to Hero is also just 2018. But should we delete that? Since like I personally don't care.
For the My Hero Academia game or the Tekken Mobile.
I mean, we can delete Tekken Mobile too. I mean, I'm not interested. I'm gonna get it, but I don't think there's like any interest in it.
It's just a
For,
Tekken
like,
Mobile game.
It's just a mobile version of Tekken. Like, I'm just gonna delete Boku no Hero and Tekken Mobile.
That's fine by me, to be honest. Because especially with Boku no Hero, because like it's an arena fighting game. It's not my taste.
Yeah.
As for Tekken Mobile, it's a mobile game. I don't play those games.
Alright. Why is Fighter Pack 3 on here for Injustice? Nope.
Oh yeah, this says upcoming DLC, and I put
Yeah,
Fighter Pack 3.
Yeah, yeet, that's gone.
Might have been too late.
Yeah. Alright, so notes are updated.
There it is.
Alright, so let's get this started.
Let's do it.
Alright, so as of what I'm looking at right here, in chronological order, our first game is Fighting EX Layer,
Yeah, let me
which
number these.
which supposedly comes out on April Fools. because of like the last time we've ever like had a quote unquote release date for it, it said like April Fool's 2018. So could be the release date for it, could be not. I don't know. This podcast is bound to be outdated by a month, like in a month's time. Maybe even by a week's time, considering the fact that next week is March.
That's already gonna be a month. I'm about to
Crazy.
be 19.
I'm about to be 16. Let's go. Okay, so let's start with Fighting EX Layer. Now, this game had a beta earlier this year.
That beta was so fun.
Earlier last year, actually. No, in December last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was this December, like
it was
right around Christmas.
Fighting EX Layer is such a fun game.
It's so satisfying. I only played 2 characters, Kyrie and Alan Snyder, and I gotta say,
yeah, I played Sam here. I played Kyrie and Alan Snyder.
cause like they're the Shotos, but like Kyrie was fun, but it's like didn't seem like there was too much you can do with him. At least from what I found, either that or it was kind of difficult-ish. But when I played Alan, he was just so fun. I thought that his like kick super. I thought that was like really basic, but once you actually like find combos with it, it's actually really fun. It's really fun extender.
For the only 2 characters that I played, like Kyrie and Alan Snyder, I would agree that Alan Snyder is like the more fun Shoto.
Yeah, he's definitely the king of the 2.
I don't really have an opinion on like that system that they have.
Yeah, I don't think I have too much of it because I didn't try too much of. I only the Goji system, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
I'll just call it Gouji.
Yeah.
I only tried like 2 of them. The like aggressive one and then like the Juggernaut one, I think. No, I think I tried the Shinobi one too, where like you disappear,
I see.
I think my favorite one was the Juggernaut one because it's like constant super armor. So it's really fun to use, but it's really difficult to fight against someone else, especially when both of you have super armor. Because the only way to like actually put them in like a juggle state is by sweeping them or using some type of super. I think that's the only 2 ways.
Yeah. As we all know, I think only two of the characters in that beta had raging demons. I think it was Shirase and Skullomania.
See, I would imagine it's Shirase, because like she's kind of like the evil Ryu, sort of, because of Hokuto.
I mean, wasn't there like a character that they were gonna have, but then they like made her Shirase instead?
See, they took Hokuto and named her Shirase, but then they just renamed her Hokuto, and then they put another character named Shirase.
Well, then where's Hokuto? Because she wasn't in the beta.
I don't know where she was in like other builds of it. They just didn't put her in the beta, and I just don't know why. I think she's in the older games too. Like
Hokuto was like one of the first characters. Like she was like out of the first 2 characters that revealed, she was one of them. It was her and Kyrie.
And they still didn't put her in the game.
And yet she's not in the beta. Like what?
It's weird.
I don't get it, man. It's weird.
I knew, what's his name, Skullomania had a demon, because I just knew about it from the older games.
Yeah, it's weird, dude.
Since we're talking about Fighting EX, let's put some like Street Fighter EX music on here. We already put Sakura's theme earlier.
It's such a godlike theme. I do hope by the time the game releases, it doesn't end up being like it has some like unique sound effects.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Because from what we've played and from what we've seen, that game uses the old Street Fighter EX sound effects.
Yeah, even like music, but I hope they bring back the old music too. But that's the difference.
Maybe.
Music and sound effects are different.
Yeah, and I completely understand why they're doing that. I don't think that game has like a good budget, has that decent of a budget, yet it like looks better than Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
To be honest.
it looks a lot better than Marvel Infinite, and it's sad because they might have the same budget, to be honest.
Okay, but you also can't gotta be like a tad bit fair because if they do have the same budget, there's less characters that you're using, let alone a smaller roster in general. But that's also the thing. Like Marvel Infinite is a full like AAA game. Street Fighter EX is one of those like, if anything, it's more of an indie game in comparison to Marvel Infinite.
Yeah, but like in this case, it's quality over quantity, and in this case, quality wins.
Yeah.
Goddamn, that game looks so good, and it's so fun too. Marvel Infinite's so fun too, but it looks like doo doo. So.
Yeah, I just get sick of. I just don't want to play because I get sick of looking at it. The least they could do is change the health bars, if you ask me, and the bar.
I feel like they need to. That HUD is so. I hate it. It's so bland and generic.
Yeah. I used to think it was cool.
I wish they like. Also, I hate the meter bars.
They're so small.
They're so small. Like they needed to be longer.
Yeah.
Like I hope if they do like end up supporting this game, supporting Marvel Infinite again, they like upgrade that shit. But off topic. Let's get back to Fighting EX Layer.
Digressed enough.
Yeah, I rambled on too long for like last episode, but
we can get back to that. We're talking about upcoming DLC anyways later.
Yeah, we are. But
any last thoughts?
I have. I wonder if they're gonna add any original characters.
That would be nice to add some original. I think.
Because should I say?
Yeah, I think she might be an original character, but I have no clue right now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It'd be fun, maybe as DLC. If that game ever gets DLC, we don't know.
That would be nice if it got DLC. I just want the game to come out ASAP, but also, oh god, there's some Tekken 5 music playing now. I also want them to take their time, because one of the biggest flaws about current Capcom games is that they don't take their time to make their games and polish them, and I think that's what they're kind of doing, because the game looks great, it plays really fun. I just want to have a good time.
Well, current Capcom fighting games, because I mean, we know Resident Evil 7 is amazing.
Okay,
and
I should have said Capcom Fighters.
Yeah, and Monster Hunter World is amazing.
Yeah, I definitely should have said Fighters instead of games.
Hopefully, if there's another Devil May Cry, it'll follow suit.
I wonder what Mark's using these emotes for, because I'm just like rambling on, and then I see the chat, and I'm just like, okay, I get something happened, but I completely forgot what happened because I'm busy talking.
Yeah, I think that's it for Fighting EX Layer.
Yep.
Alright, so next up is the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection.
Alright, here's two things you gotta know about that. That is Third Strike on PC and Third Strike on the Switch. Which one do you want? You get Third Strike on PC with best Wi-Fi, or Third Strike wherever you go?
Well, I mean, I don't have a Switch, so I'd go with the P. It's the thing. This will probably be one of the only games that I get for my PC, because I could probably run it, because my PC is booty cheeks. But since it's just a collection of like old arcade ports of Street Fighter games, I'm pretty sure I can run it.
Yeah, like if my guess is if you can run Fight Kid, what's wrong? There should be no problem running like this game. Or at least I think there should be no problem. Third Strike on Xbox, that's the 360.
Also, just Third Strike on modern consoles. Let's put it that way. We're getting Third Strike on like the PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and Steam.
That's already godlike.
It's so godlike, and man, we're no good at Third Strike at all. Period. True. if we tried to hop on Third Strike Online and ranked, we'd probably get our asses whooped.
That was me. I fought Maximilian once. I got my ass beat.
Yeah, it was crazy. But it's such a fun fighting game. Like, I don't care if I lose. It's like Dragon Ball. I don't care if I lose. This game's fun.
Yeah. Although when I got online edition, I got it too late because by the time I got it was like a year or two ago, and like it's kind of dead, or like everyone else is a higher rank, so I hardly fought anyone. So I will say, like the most fun I had from playing Third Strike was recently when I played Marth and like, or like when I was playing you and Marth. Like I said last time, I played with Marth and I was actually getting really good because I found some combos. It was satisfying. The game is so fun. It's also really footsie based, which I didn't realize until I actually tried, sort of. But that game is so fun. I want to play it again.
Yeah, I like my footsies in my fighting games because that's completely gone in like Street Fighter 5 and Marvel. It's like there's no footsies in this game.
It's like you're good with just walking forward and then back, maybe.
Yeah.
There's no space.
But like, here are all the games that are going to be in the 30th anniversary collection for a fresh reminder to the chat and to us. The original Street Fighter, the Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, Street Fighter 2 the new Super Street Fighter 2 the new challengers, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter Alphas 1, 2, and 3, and Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter 3 Second Impact, and Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
That's already a really amazing.
It's a really good collection, but the sad thing is that only 4 of those games are online.
At least it's like the more important games, like the complete versions of them.
I would complete. Like the ones that are online are Hyper Fighting, Super Turbo, Alpha 3, and Third Strike.
So it's like each game with like the biggest roster and the most balanced patch.
Wait, what, Marth?
I think he hasn't gotten to the part where we talk about any of the games, or maybe the games being online. This is the downside of streaming.
But yeah, it's like I would have replaced Hyper Fighting with Alpha 2 personally, because I know a lot of people are big fans of Alpha 2 and would love that game to be online.
I'm one of them. I wish all of them had online. Can you imagine like Street Fighter 1 ranked?
That'd be the ultimate game of footsies. Street Fighter 1 ranked would be the ultimate game of footsies. It would be the ultimate game of footsies because there are only 2 characters and they play the exact same. It's like having vanilla Street Fighter 2 would be interesting. I feel like that would be a very interesting game to see the leaderboards on that.
That would be really nice. It's a classic, bringing the oldies back. And where's Alex Vale? I'm kidding.
Alex Valle.
Yeah, Valle. I messed up his name too.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited for this collection, and I can't wait to play it. It'll be so good. Also, the box art is super sick.
Yeah, it looks really. I'm gonna take a second because just to see how caught up Martha's with Kick is with the stream. All right, I'm just gonna type test, and when I say go, after that time, that's when I hit enter. Okay, and
right.
Go. Let's see how long it took for them to get caught up.
Oh, all right.
Let's move on.
Okay. So up next after, hold up. After the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, it is Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle.
So, you have any opinions on it?
I can't wait to.
I think there's like 30 seconds.
I can't.
Yeah, that should
I
be
think
fine.
that's like standard stream delay.
Yeah, yeah. If that was like 30 seconds, you guys are fine.
Yeah. Um. So, this will be my first Blaze Blue game. I've been wanting to try Central Fiction, but I've just never got around to it. Well, actually, no, it's not my first Blaze Blue game. I did have Chrono Phantasma. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
On Xbox 360. It was a fun game. I didn't go online at all because I didn't have Xbox Live and also just didn't care enough to go online. That and also that was my first taste of Persona 4 Arena
Really?
as
Nice.
well. I also had it on Xbox 360. Never had Ultimax because at the time didn't have a PlayStation 4. So yeah. For someone who, as a person who hasn't who hasn't like ever played a Blaze Blue game, the roster looks very enticing, and I can't wait to give it a shot. Like, even if I had like no idea what like if those were all separate franchises, I would totally like dig into it because I love the sprites. The sprites look so good.
They look really good.
Yeah, and also I'm pretty sure my main team is gonna be, fuck, who's the main character? Ragna and Yang, just because I assume Ragna will be like the beginner character, and I guess, and Yang is like, I don't watch Ruby, but that's a whole waifu, so
I seen like 2 episodes of it before it got really popular. That freaking Rooster Teeth anime got so popular that it's recognized in Japan.
yeah, it's weird. It also has those characters are also getting like, I think those characters also get their Japanese dubs in the game as well.
Which is extra weird because this is like, that's like 100% American. Despite the fact that it's anime, it's still American.
Well, I mean, it got like a Japanese dub also at one point, so.
Which I still think it's cool, but it's also kind of weird. But it's still cool to see that Japan recognizes talent in America.
Yeah. Speaking of dubs, this will be the first Blaze Blue game in a long time to get an English dub.
Oh, I didn't actually know that. I thought it was
Yeah, it was announced a while ago actually that some characters. Hold up, that's a video that I was watching. That like certain characters would be getting not certain characters, like the whole game was gonna get a dub, and it's really cool. And it's really cool because I'm more of a fan of dubs personally. That's my whole shtick.
Yeah, I see.
So yeah, if I can find who the voice actors were, like who some of the voice actors were, I can like name them off, but I just can't find it. For starters, David Vincent, the voice of Robin.
We got
If-
Rob, nice.
Yeah, the voice of Robin is the voice of Jin Kisaragi.
I have no clue that
in-
character is.
He's the blonde-haired main character.
Oh, is it from Blaze Blue or?
Blaze Blue, yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully this game has like has a similar tutorial to Unist, Under Night. Because
that game looks actually really fun.
Yeah, Under Night looks really fun, and it's also just like, has like a super good tutorial. Somebody like, so somebody compiled who are like the English dub people are. I'll name off some of the people that I actually know.
Marth said
Yeah.
blonde, you say? He would notice that.
Marth always plays the blondes, dude.
Especially Colin.
Yeah, he plays Colleen, he plays Steve, he plays Kisuke, or one of the Kisuke's, I don't remember which one.
His name's Kai.
Yeah, Kai Kisuke.
There's only one
Uh,
exception, and that's Kazumi in Tekken 7.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. Um, Johnny Young Bosch is the voice of Yu Narukami. I think that's the main character in Persona, like the guy with the gray hair. I don't know.
Really quick, a kick. I read your first message. I'm sorry that I didn't respond earlier. I was letting my boy CJ talk. But we're gonna talk about the DLC practices when we get to upcoming DLC, which should be pretty quick because I think for some of these games we shouldn't have too much to talk about.
Yeah.
Plus it's 6:40 over here. It's about to be a clean hour.
Yeah. Yu Narukami, that is Johnny Young Bosch, who some of you may recognize as a Power Ranger if you're old, but he's in modern days he is recognized as the voice of Zero and Nero. Zero from Mega Man X and Nero from Devil May Cry.
So I'm guessing that's already a fan favorite for you?
Yes. David Vincent, as you already mentioned, is Jin Kisaragi, who's the voice of Robin. Yosuke Hanamura is Yuri Lowenthal, who I believe is the voice of Sasuke. And
Sasuke! I'm sorry, I'm a Naruto fan.
Yeah, he's the English voice of Sasuke, and I believe he's also the English voice of Ben 10.
Those are. I'm sorry. Sasuke is a not that good of a character. Understandable what he's going through, but he has a clean English dub. So is Ben 10.
Yeah, Ben 10 is like, that's kind of also a fan favorite movie because I love Ben 10. I grew up with that stuff.
Yes, I had an Omnitrix actually.
I had so many Omnitrixes. Also, Kick Striker, yes, I totally agree. I need Nero in like a Capcom versus game.
I have no clue who I'm gonna need that HD collection real quick.
And for Devil May Cry?
Yeah, because
Nero was a character who was introduced in Devil May Cry 4.
Well, I still want to play the games because it just looks really fun or interesting, I should say. I shouldn't say fun because I didn't really see gameplay.
Yeah, just play. If you want to give it a shot, play. Bro, Kevin 11, he was lit.
Yeah.
But if you want to try out the game that Nero originated from, Devil May Cry 4, it is currently on modern consoles as well. So, like the Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition has Dante, Nero, Trish, Lady, and Virgil as playable characters. But don't play all of the campaigns in like back to back because they all go through the same levels.
Oh, so it's kind of pointless.
A little bit, but well, yeah.
All right, then I'll make sure.
I mean, Virgil's has some plot significance because it's before Devil May Cry 3.
Is 3 like the latest one?
3 is the earliest one in chronological order. In terms of chronological order, Virgil's campaign in Devil May Cry 4 is first, and then comes Devil May Cry 3, and then Devil May Cry 1, and then Devil May Cry 4, and then Devil May Cry 2.
You heard this song? What the heck?
What?
Sorry, this soundtrack of mine.
Okay, and to round out the list, we have DC Douglas as Azrael, who I'm sure many of you know this one, is the voice of Wesker in Resident Evil and Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It's like he's such a good voice actor, man. I love it. And there's Christina V as New 13. I don't know. I don't think any of you know her, but she's an artist who like works with who's Nate Wants to Battle's fiance right now, and is also currently the voice of Ladybug from the Miraculous. I don't know what it's called, but I don't know. It's some TV show.
Let me see. I'm gonna look this up.
All right, you talk for a little bit.
All right, let me. All right, so we're talking about Blaze Blue with cross tag, but the only Blaze Blue game I spoke of. What am I talking about? That I played was Central Fiction. Don't say Terumi. Well, I'm kind of speaking right now. Don't worry, I only said it once. When I played Blaze Blue, I played Central Fiction, and it was cool. It just wasn't my type of game. It's something about the game's engine that I didn't like. I can't like describe it now, but I don't know how to exactly describe. Maybe, I don't know. It just feels like you have to be really specific, maybe, about what the game. Unlike Guilty Gear, where it's pretty loose and you can do almost anything you want, and it's really fun.
Definitely an anime fighter. But yeah, I also forgot to mention Christina V is also the voice of Shantae, who I should have remembered but didn't. So, but yeah, those are so far like all the only voices I know. I mean, we don't even know if the Under Night characters are getting English dubs because we've never heard those characters in English. So, huh?
Said what?
Did it? Yeah, don't know about the English characters because never heard an English dub. But oh well,
That's fine.
That's all I have to say about Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle.
Alright, let's move on to the next game, which I think it will probably take us at least a good minute, if not two, before we can even talk about the gameplay that we've seen. And that's because, the title says it all. SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy. Alright, now the clean minute or two before we get into the actual gameplay, because we'll be talking about the waifus themselves. I'm kidding.
Dear.
Well, alright, but in all seriousness, what do you think of the game? You speak while I try to change the music.
The game itself, I'm gonna be 100% honest here, it looks kind of confusing. I'll be honest. The game doesn't look too appealing, and also I don't know, man. I don't like the HUD. I don't. The HUD is like very confusing, and I still don't know what it does.
You know what I will say, from what I remember seeing, like the last 10% health of it, that part looks confusing to me as well. The design of it, it's fine with me. It's girly, but
it's a nice design. It's just that the whole meter and health bar thing is weird. It's confusing.
I need to see it again. But I will say, because when that whole trailer, because you remember in the Nintendo Direct when they talked about it, they said, I recall them saying, do these special combos. I'm not quoting them, but they said something do these really crazy combos with the touches of just one button. I'm just wait, you're telling me this is auto combo the game?
I assume it has auto combos like King of Fighters.
No, my thing about it is that it sounded like the way to play it is only by auto combos. And I'm just so there's a kick, there's 2 punches and 2 kicks, or at least 1 punch, 1 kick. It's all just auto combos. I think I'm wrong, and I hope I am, because I like my traditional fighting games to be traditional as much.
If it is, then guess who's not picking up that game?
Me either, right?
Yeah.
I don't care if the game's waifus.
The game also has apparently Tekken levels of customization.
Oh yeah, with the costumes.
Yeah. Very. very good, but I mean, I'm not gonna get the game, so.
I saw some gameplay footage and it appears that the only way
I
you
mean,
can win is doing the supers. That's what Kick said.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, like, you do a super, you lose all your meter and you dodge, and then the opponent does a super, they lose all their meter because you dodged as well.
Yeah. God.
Oh, has to be an outcome.
But yeah, what was I gonna say? Fuck. But maybe if this game does if this game does well, we could see a King of Fighters 14 port to the Switch.
That'd be nice.
Maybe, I don't know. I doubt it personally, because it's like a PlayStation 4 PC thing.
Plus, the game's kind of dead.
Yeah, maybe for KOF 15.
Maybe.
If they're even gonna make one, because they're currently busy with KOF 14 DLC.
Yeah.
Which I was gonna put it in like upcoming DLC, but then I don't have anything to talk about for that. So
I don't play these SNK games as much as I should or want to.
Sam.
I played Fatal Fury 3 on stream once. That of all the good fighting games that I played, that is definitely the weirdest one. It's like it's a traditional 2D fighter, but it has like sidestepping, like Tekken style things, like 3 different layers of the stage that you can go. The center, and then like up front and behind. That's how you like sidestep and dodge. It's really weird. It's cool, but it's still really weird.
Wait, what?
It's like you know how in Tekken, like there's like
Wait, hold on. Like, in King of Fighters?
Oh, did I say King of Fighters? I meant to say Fatal Fury 3.
That happens in Fatal Fury 3?
I don't know about 2 and 1, but 3 definitely. Because I played it on Fightcade.
I've never tried it, so I wouldn't know. But, yeah.
It's really weird. It's fun, but it's really weird.
Alright, well, that goes... I don't really have anything else to say.
Me either. We could just talk about the waifus, but that's gonna take up some time.
I mean, I really only care about Mai, so...
I could list some characters, but only the ones that I know.
Yeah.
With that being said, I'm pretty sure we're done talking about it.
Yeah. So the next game...
I feel like we should have talked about Fantasy Strike first, because it's early access. Plus, this next game is Soul Calibur 6, we're gonna be on this game for a bit.
I mean, I don't really have a lot to talk about Fantasy Strike.
We could just shit on the game for a second?
Yeah, we can talk about that game.
Alright, so Fantasy Strike. The game's boring, it looks like it has potential, but it doesn't.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of, like, I've played it, I'm never gonna play it, but from what I've seen the controls are and how the game functions, it doesn't look interesting at all.
Marth said just keep King in some clothing and I'm good. He said the moment she's out of clothes, he's dying.
Oh. Okay.
That's insane.
Yeah. But anyways. Wait, what?
Not the Tekken, the King of Fighters, you know, the girl.
Yeah.
That's his wife right there.
So...
God dang it, Kickstriker.
God damn it. But yeah. Fantasy Strike looks boring, has a ton of recycled animations from other fighting games.
I just really don't like the fact that there's one attack, one special, and then a jump button, from what I remember playing on... From this, like
the appeal... This is what I... Like, the appeal of fighting games is depth. It is depth, and, like, I don't... without depth, there's no point. Because the reason I'm interested in fighting games is because I want to learn. I want to play as my favorite characters or some cool characters, and I want to learn them.
And it's like, It's just, the game is just not really fun. Although it has some cool concepts, like the Guile looking character. There's like the time and stuff. Where it's like you can like stand up straight and walk backwards and still use that bootleg Sonic Boom thing. But the moment you walk forward, all that mattered to use the basic Sonic Boom is gone because it's a Sonic Boom. Like you don't walk forward in Sonic Boom unless it's Rainbow Edition or Street Fighter 4 3D.
Yeah, like it's a very weird way of doing it.
I do like how it's supposed to be like intermediate friendly because dive kick is like beginner friendly and then fantasy strike is like novice friendly. So and then it leads to the real fighting, the real men's fighting.
I like Fighters' way of like simplifying things because it doesn't have that many buttons. The only motions are quarter circle forward and quarter circle back. And like that's basically all you need to know. And like it has and how they like and like you just okay, I'll press these two buttons for this special. I'll press these two buttons for this special. And then I'll do quarter circle back like any two of these buttons for like a level 3, you know?
Yeah, it seems like the game just has like most of the combos you're gonna be doing. From what I've seen, it looks like it's just like a few like specials, a bunch of normals, and then a few unique attacks.
That game is like the only game that I've ever seen like have auto combos, but somehow have the auto combos create more depth.
Because I remember you and Dab talking about like how some of the characters, like the auto combos aren't just there for being auto combos. Like I think Beerus has like a cross up move or like an overhead.
Beerus's auto combo is a cross up, and it's like you usually like a fighting game. Your auto combo has like the moves that includes moves that are already currently in the game. Here in Dragon Ball Fighters, they're not. They're all completely unique animations, and some of them could be cross up, some of them could be overhead, some of them could be lows.
Yeah, it's not straightforward.
Yeah, it's not straightforward. It's weird, but it's cool, and I like it.
If it's something like where it's still useful and like have some sort of purpose other than to be a straightforward combo for beginners, then I approve of it. It's just if it's something like Marvel Infinite or like the King of Fighters, where it's like it's only straightforward and it's kind of like, and just leads to a super and it's like, ugh, I don't like it. Let me get rid of it.
I don't think you could ever put an auto combo in Street Fighter.
Please don't.
I feel like
if you do, please let me get rid of it.
It also just be awkward, I think.
Because like the game was like from the ground up was supposed to be competitive, so just to put auto combos in there, because it's not like it's like super weird like Marvel, but
I don't even know how it works. I think it'd just be a chain combo. Like you'd just be comboing from a light, medium to a heavy.
Like you might as well just have it be a target combo, something like that.
Yeah, you might as well just make it a target combo.
Just play Dudley in 4.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Yeah, that's about it for Fantasy Strike.
Yeah.
After Soul Calibur 6, I do need to do something really quick. So, after that, we can take a brief intermission.
Yeah, I'll be fine with that. If we can, hopefully I'll be back in like 10 minutes and get some food,
Alright, and then we'll just talk about upcoming DLC and
my roommates are back.
Okay, so Soul Calibur 6.
You talk about that and I'll tell my roommates what's happening.
Alright, so Soul Calibur 6 is currently only slated for 2018 as of this moment, and our current character roster. Hold on. I'm trying to look at the character roster as of now, because so far, for our current character roster in Soul Calibur 6 is Grow, Ivy, Kilik, Mitsurugi, Nightmare, Sovitia, Sovitia, I don't know, Shanghua, and Zasalamel. God, why do all of these fighting games? Why does Soul Calibur have to have so many unpronounceable fighting character names? But oh well. But yeah, the game looks really good, and I can't wait to try it. I can't. I honestly can't wait to try it, and I hope that this game like gets a healthy lifespan because I feel like the Soul Calibur community deserves it.
I am back, and I'm sorry if you can hear my roommates chilling.
All right, that's coolio.
Yeah, it's the struggle of living in a dorm with two bedrooms, and the living room has no there's no soundproof.
All
So,
right. I mean, I found something to add for the rumors thing.
uh, all right. So we're gonna wait. Did you already talk about Soul Calibur 6? Like anything you wanted to say?
Talked about it for a little bit.
Oh, okay. What were you gonna add
Like
for the rumors?
I talked in the document.
Oh, okay. I guess I could talk about like my opinion on like Soul Calibur for a second while you type this up.
Yeah.
Uh, so my experience of Soul Calibur, I only played Soul Calibur 2 on GameCube, and your boy only wanted to play Link.
Yeah, Sam.
So that's all I really like cared about. Plus, I was really young at the time, and after that, I just like I think the let's not speak about Ivy. All right, because you asked that, we're gonna completely talk about her. I'm kidding. Not really.
That's my main.
Really?
Yeah, this is gonna be my main, just because of you know what.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
She's gonna be my main, but she's too complicated. She's gonna be my pocket.
Does Soul Calibur have like any form of customization in terms of like the main characters?
I haven't for main characters. I have no clue because I only played a little bit of two when I was a kid. Then there's a whole gap of me like not playing the game at all. And then like the last time I played it was like once or twice, like after my 17th birthday when my older cousin brought back like a whole bunch of GameCube games that he had, and one of them was Mario Sunshine, and I was so happy because that's my favorite game until Odyssey came out.
Yeah. But if it does, I'm gonna need to make sure I create a whole. Damn. Damn, Marth.
CJ. It really be like that.
I found his weakness.
No, you know what's up. You know what? He's saying that because that's his weakness. Plus, his parents might walk in on him, even though he's in the dorm now.
Like, if there's any like sort of customization for like the main roster characters, I'll try. I want to try and make like a cool costume for Ivy that isn't like scantily clad because I do want to play her, but at the same time, I don't want to like just be judged.
I don't think you'll be judged unless it's Shreed or Marth. Mostly Shreed because Marth probably wouldn't care. He'll just make jokes about how he's all nervous around him.
Yeah. But
hey,
yeah,
man, we could talk about.
I'm definitely gonna main Ivy unless like the exclusive fighter for PS4 is pretty good.
Yeah, exclusive. I had if they put like a Bloodborne character, I still need to play that game. A finisher, I should say.
Hey, we'll get to the rumors later.
Yeah, true.
But that's all I have to say about Soul Calibur 6. Game looks pretty. Can't wait to play it.
Yeah, I can't wait to play. Like, actually give Soul Calibur like an actual chance for once. And just know, CJ said he's gonna make Ivy look cool. I'm just gonna make Ivy look extra lewd because just so I can tease Mark.
Just like how, dear God.
You know what? So I was streaming Tekken 7 one time, and it was like late at night, and Martha's the only one up because the dude just doesn't sleep. And I was customizing characters at one point, and I went to he suggested Elisa, so I went to her, and then I seen the haircut, like one of the hairstyles, and I was like, I know exactly what I'm trying to make. I was gonna make Bayonetta, and there was just this one like upper body suit that was perfect for her, but it was still locked. I was so upset that day, so I just picked like this costume that's like it's the same as her base costume, but it makes her breast bigger.
Oh
just,
yeah. Oh,
just so I can make Marth really shy.
I have a customization that is instantly that.
Marth was like,
just,
chill.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna sneak Dante somewhere in there. I hope. I would love for Dante to be in it.
Instant cope. Imagine it's on the Xbox version.
I wouldn't need to play Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite anymore if Dante was in that game. It'd be a good fighting game that has Dante in it.
That's true.
And that's all I need.
That's true.
But then I'm gonna immediately drop that game once Devil May Cry 5 comes up. But yeah, that's all they have for Soul Calibur 6.
Yeah, I wish I had more to say, but I don't know.
I mean, we could dwell. Oh wait, no, X is DLC, and that's supposed to be an intermission. So,
yeah, we'll take like 10 minutes break, I guess.
Yeah, we'll take. Yeah, I think I can go for 5. To be honest, I won't take that much time.
Yeah, 5 should be fine.
Alright, so we'll be back in about like 5 minutes, and we'll just be talking about the upcoming DLC for current fighting games.
Alright, we'll be back in 5 minutes.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
Oh dear. So that didn't take long at all.
Nah. I've set the whole timer and everything.
Yeah. My wonderful sister did it already. So we can go immediately into DLC if you want.
It's fine by me.
Alright. So upcoming DLC.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. So when it comes to upcoming DLC, we have currently Street Fighter V Season or Up versus Street Fighter V Season 3, which we already know of the characters for, which is surprising coming from Capcom. I do hope they continue to do this in the future, but like the free DLC character practice for like a whole week that we thought they were going to do again, they're not. So
I want to try out Blanca.
Yeah, I did want to try out Blanca.
Hey, can you close the door, please? Sorry. Thanks.
Alright, so Uh, Street Fighter V's Season 3 currently includes Sakura, who's out, Blanca, who's already out, and Falk, Cody, G, and Sagat.
Alright, let's get the newbies out really quick because, you know, they're new characters. We can just talk about them really quick versus like
Yeah.
the veterans, which we already know everything about.
So for those who don't know, Falk is a character who teams up with is a member of Ed's Neo Shadaloo. That is like, I don't know what that group is in its entirety, but it's supposed to be a, I guess, continuation of Shadaloo, and there's like a monkey in there. I don't know about this other character that's in there too, but there's this other character I don't remember, but there's also there's Ed and there's Falk. And as far as we know, Falk is a staff user. Because of when we see her, she usually has a staff. So, well, not a staff. I think it's like, I don't know. So just think it's a staff. I don't know. But yeah, as far as we know, she's going to be a staff user, and I expect that to be used heavily in her moveset.
I have never seen I haven't seen much of her. I only seen like the intro plus like the screenshot of her that showed all 6 of the season 3 DLC. So I don't know too much about her. I didn't know she had a staff.
I'm excited for her costumes. I feel like her costumes could be very interesting. Hopefully she doesn't have a hoodie like Ed. I don't know. I doubt that'd be the case, but we will see for Falk. And G.
Could be Q.
G as far is
okay. The timer. I forgot about that.
Oh, okay. For G, according to like one of the old rumors, for like Street Fighter V Season 3, it was like it said like it was Sakura, Blanca, and then there were brief descriptions, like one word descriptions of like those characters, and there was Bay, which is Falk, Mayor, which we know is Cody, President, which we know as which could be G, and Sagat.
So wait, for Sagat, they just put Sagat?
I believe so.
Well, okay then, straightforward.
Maybe, I don't know, but I think maybe Sagat was king. I don't remember.
Maybe.
But
we know them now.
Yeah, G is like might be short for gold because like he has the entirety of the world like tattooed on him in gold. He also just looks a lot like Abraham Lincoln.
The hat, the beard. Wait, does he have a hat on? Yeah, I think so.
He has a top hat. And he has a Q costume. Or a costume that looks suspiciously a lot like Q.
Yeah, I've seen that costume.
Which is very interesting.
So you're telling me Q could possibly just own the whole United States?
I mean, it could be... We could be seeing the precursor to Q. Like maybe something happens to G that makes him like become Q.
I really hope it's gonna be that way because Q just having story about him would be really nice.
I feel like out of all of the season 3 characters, out of all the newcomers that have come in the DLC, like in terms of season 1 and season 2, or season 2 and season 3, G is the most interesting because we don't know if he's Q or not, but I assume he's like leading. He's like the head of a tournament because he just looks like that kind of guy who would make a tournament.
Did we talk about Falk yet? Yes, we did.
Yes,
You missed
we
it,
did.
which might be a good thing for you.
Yeah, it's another blonde character. It's another blonde character, so you'll probably play her.
Right? In fact, I think he even said he shows interest in her.
Yeah.
And just making her female just enhances it.
Hey, Jury has a blonde color for one of her costumes. You should totally play her, but not because I want to steal your tech or anything. It's just it's because it's a blonde character.
You should be asking Sho that, not Marth.
I don't think Sho plays Jury.
I mean, he could. The dude means random. Let's be honest.
He does. He really does.
I wish I could make random.
He's also like the best in our entire group, so in the entire series. So
I used to think the dude was a monster, but now that I've gotten better, I can beat him in like 5 and maybe 7, maybe 7.
He's like he's super platinum, and like the highest person here is like silver.
Dude, it's like...
Also, I'm not silver anymore because I hate Lag and Balrog and Laura.
Same, except not the Balrog part, the Laura part. I don't think I have a grudge against her. Plus, I just don't have much to say about it.
Yeah. So that's all I got to say about Street Fighter V Season 3. I think during the season they're eventually gonna put in another story mode.
I hope so, just so things can make sense again.
Yeah, I feel like another story mode is imminent.
He said, "Which color now?"
I'll send it to you later. But yeah. That's as far as we know. There's a theory going around that all of Season 3 is gonna be released in the first half of the year.
That'll be weird. Cause like like Season 2, even Season 1, I think it took like 2 months for each character to come out.
Yeah. Well, it lines up with the birthdays a lot.
That's true.
We don't know about Falk's birthday, but in terms of characters like Cody and Sagat, Cody's birthday is April 18th.
Oh, we might get him in like really soon.
And maybe Falk could come out next month. And I don't know about G. We don't really know a lot about G. But Sagat's birthday is July 2nd.
Yeah, that's why he's the last character. But when's Blanca's birthday? Blanca's
birthday was the day he was announced.
Yeah, this day he was announced. It's like, it's really weird because like Sakura, her birthday, March 15th. Like you think that but then again, at the same time, like Sakura's a more hyped character than Blanca.
Yeah, I forgot what was Sakura's birthday. Hold on, let me look up Sakura.
Her birthday?
Kasugano.
It's like March 15th, and it's the same as Mika.
Sakura Kasugano birthday. Yeah, March 15th.
There it is.
And yeah, she's maybe. I mean, and if what we're going by is true, then Falk should be releasing in March. Cody should be releasing in April. G should release May or June, and Sagat would be released July.
That is, if this theory is correct. Which
if it is nice. Correct, I doubt it's correct to be honest. But
I think it's too quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have the models, but did they have like the animation, like the attack animation, the data, and the balance?
I mean, the models are already done for all of those characters.
Yeah. Because
they were all in the opening cinematic for Street Fighter V Arcade Edition.
Yeah. Plus the DLC costumes they showed off. The models.
Yeah, all of their DLC costumes are presumably showed off already. So all all that really needs to be done is balance.
Yeah, they might have to. I think balance would be like the biggest.
Chastity,
issue.
what are you doing? You're an idiot.
So, huh?
My sister's being an idiot.
Well, my roommates were being loud, so there's two problems.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
mind living with roommates. I just wish I had my own room, So.
Alright.
So like,
But
we'll talk
yeah,
about that
that's all I've got for season 3 of Street Fighter 5. Why you gotta turn that fan up higher?
Oh, personal affairs.
I don't know what she's sticking something inside of a fan. Oh well. Anyways, that's it for Street Fighter 5 on my part.
I just hope they're fun. Like Cody,
Yeah.
like I don't really play Cody, but it would be nice to finally like give him like a real chance in a game that's both easy and fun, even though it's not as fun as it should be. Just make the characters fun. Like Sagat, I really wanted to play Sagat, but like he's really difficult to play because he's slow. He doesn't have that much combos in his older games, especially like before 4, where it's like there's nothing much you can do in those games in variety, or at least that I can do personally. But I just hope that these characters are fun because like Street Fighter 5 is known to be an easy and very like formulated fighting game. That's the best I can come up with. Formulated.
I get you. I get you.
Yeah.
From what we've seen so far in terms of Sakura and Blanca, seem to be going in the right direction.
Yeah. The characters are really good. I like Sakura. She's really fun. But
like Blanca, I didn't care about him at all, but like looking at his combos, kind of cool.
Bro, his voice lines and like his attacks look really cool, and his his V trigger too, where he has those John Talbane attacks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
He actually looks interesting. That's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, that's it for Street Fighter 5 Season 3.
Make this and give them costumes. Like I don't mind giving Chun-Li a bunch of costumes, but look at characters like Akuma. He has like nothing.
I think there are a lot of characters who have it worse.
True.
Yeah, but something dropped. But yeah. So next up is Noctis.
Marth, why didn't you get in the voice call? You're the one that plays Final Fantasy 15 right now.
Well, I mean,
you should be the one that knows the most about this character. In fact, where's Blitz?
yeah, just like and special guest Bliss to talk about Final Fantasy 15.
Just for the one time.
Yeah. But yeah, Noctis will probably be the character who ends up making me try out Final Fantasy 15. The game has been piquing my interest, and Noctis being in Tekken 7 has only accentuated that.
Made you like the announcer too, I remember that.
Yeah, Noctis Lucius Kylum. Like, it's so clean.
That's true.
But yeah. He looks very interesting, and a sword fighter that isn't Yoshimitsu in Tekken.
Does Master Raven count?
I forgot about her.
Like, other than those two.
Yeah, other than those two, it's really just, it's like, it's weird. Like, you'd think his type of character would be in Soul Calibur.
Yeah, you'd think.
But then again, I was the one who wanted Dante. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Noctis would not have been my first guess if to be the second. I thought it was going to be Kazama Kiryu from Yakuza, which is also a franchise that I need to get into because it looks sick.
I need to get into a bunch of franchises too. Yeah, not
Yeah.
this. I tried Final Fantasy 15 on stream once. That was rough, but like I didn't play much of it because like primarily because the copy of Final Fantasy 15 was not mine, so I didn't want to like use it too much, even though the dude was like, no, it's fine.
Yeah, I get you.
So, plus like RPGs, like you really have to take time to just sit down and play.
Yeah, RPGs aren't my type of game personally.
Unless it's Pokemon, yeah, same.
Eh,
Or Mario, man, Mario and Luigi games were fun.
Ryo Hazuki from Shenmue? I could see it, but I mean, his rage art would have to be that forklift.
Huh.
Yeah. Uh, his stage looks sick.
Oh yeah,
But I have like
he does
no
have a
idea.
stage.
I have no idea how it's gonna work.
I think it's gonna be an infinite.
You think so? I think it's gonna be like a long stage.
I mean, it could be infinite or long. So it's one of the two. But it's just like it's not just the fact that like the wall. I mean, not the wall. Like they're like in the center of like the whole like garage or gas station that they were in. So there could be like a wall that we can see, and then maybe like there's just like a place that you can't go, even though it's not technically a wall. I have no clue how it'll
Yeah.
work out.
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
Like the most logical way I could see the stage working is if it was in infinite stage.
Yeah.
Plus, like there's like bystanders like in the background too.
Uh-huh. But yeah, that's all I got for Noctis.
Is this music? Okay, never mind.
So I guess next is Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle.
So I guess for the most part, since we don't really know much about these franchises, if only Dap was here, he could like go on a whole tangent. But I think we
Yeah.
can talk about the business. The least we can do is talk about the business practices for the DLC of this game. How it just completely killed the game.
Yeah. They did fix it a little bit. Like instead of like making Blake and Yang pay DLC, they're now free DLC. So
But that's like
yeah.
two of like 50 characters, right?
That's 2 out of like 20 characters that are gonna be
18
DLC.
paid deal. It's not like it's a good. It's not like it's a good ass roster from the start, or like I mean, yeah,
Well,
but
I mean,
those are
they could have.
the characters
Yeah.
that you would have expected. I should have said.
They should have like just. If I were them, I would not have announced the fact that they were going to have 20 DLC characters right from the get-go. Like they should have like waited a bit after the game released and be like, "Hey, here's the characters that are gonna come out in like a few weeks, and like we're gonna have like 20. We're gonna have like a bunch more. So stay tuned."
Do it piece by piece.
What I don't get is why game developers announce their DLC before the game comes out. I feel
That's
like
what
that's
I'm
really
talking
stupid.
about. Like
That's
downloadable
really stupid,
content.
and they should stop doing that. Like, I know you're gonna develop DLC while the game is being made, so here's your smart solution: you make it seem like you didn't by by announcing the fact that by saying that, hey, we're gonna have a by like waiting until like your first DLC character is gonna come out. It's like, hey, this is our first DLC character for like a bunch. So
Kick said they probably shouldn't have rushed the game for Evo. I'm just like, yeah. When
Rush
it comes to roster, because that seems like roster-wise, that's what it seems like they're doing.
It's like, yeah,
And
I
that's
feel
exactly
like
what they did with Street Fighter V.
feel like the game had the Street Fighter 5 syndrome where they were trying to rush it for like tournaments and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but oh well.
Arcade edition is there. The game's 2 years old. It's at its best point right now.
Yeah, Street Fighter 5 is good now, so. Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. DLC. I don't have anything else to say about it. I don't have any characters I want.
Yeah, I just don't really know much about these characters.
Unless the Persona characters like become the precursor to Persona 5 Arena.
I just can't be. I haven't played these games, so I just can't be interested.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I like playing the game, I'll buy the DLC.
Yeah, because more characters, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, Kickstarters, if like they didn't rush cross tag battle for Evo, Marvel Infinite probably would have been there.
Yeah, probably, because you know the game will still be in development, and you know what other game to put there.
Yeah. But that's it for cross tag battle.
The Marvel Infinite kill, 14 February, yep. That's what's
Yeah. 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 So, Dragon Ball Fighters.
Broly and Bardock.
Yes, those are going to be the first 2 DLC characters released for Dragon Ball Fighters, and I feel like this will also be a good time to bring up the rumors, because all of the rumors are essentially based off the DLC. So.
Yeah, that's true. We might as well do that.
In terms of like the rumors, they're like 2 totally different rumor lists that are credible. So there's one that was posted on like Twitter and Reddit that isn't in here, and then there's one that's like game facts on here in this document. So let's go over the one that's in the document first. Broly, Bardock, Janemba, Kefla, Popo, Jiren, Kid Goku, and Fu.
I only know like a few of those characters.
Yeah. Broly, Bardock, we already have confirmed. Janemba, I think he's a movie villain.
Like which character?
Janemba.
I've definitely never movie character.
Yeah. Kefla, who is a Dragon Ball Super character. She's the fusion between Caulifla and Kale.
I see.
I'll get on her later, but like, and then we have Topo, who is another Dragon Ball Super character. You'll get to him eventually. It's like, what are you're watching Super right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. I'm at the part where
Wait, what part?
Oh,
what part are you at?
The part of Super that I'm at is where Goku Black, that little ring of his, like, pushed him back and made him go back to the future. You know, like future Trunks just got back.
Okay, so you're not at the. So you are not at the Universe 6 arc yet.
Nope, I'm just at, and they're like rebuilding the time machine, or that Cell used.
Alright, so yeah, you'll get there eventually, but yeah, Jiren, also another Dragon Ball Super character. You won't see Kefla, Topo, Jiren until the Tournament of Power arc.
Is that like the whole like 12 universes tournament thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kid Goku, as we all know from the original Dragon Ball, and maybe the reason something dropped, and maybe like thing of the only way that GT ever gets represented in this game.
from GT, I haven't I have not seen much of or anything of GT. I think.
It's not canon, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And Fu, who is an original character in Xenoverse 2.
Oh yeah, that's what Xenoverse 2 had some
Wait.
originality, I think.
Which, yeah, I think that's what makes this fake. They're not gonna put in a Xenoverse character in this game. Like, I feel like that'd be so stupid.
See, I can't have much of an opinion because I just don't know much about Xenoverse, and honestly, I don't think I want to because it's such a weird fighting game.
Yeah. Of the characters, I'm gonna read the second list as well for season 1. And then we'll talk about that for a bit. So season 1 DLC on this second list, which comes from the same person who has been giving out info for Soul Calibur 6 and had a hand with leaking some of the season 1 DLC for fighters, mentions that season 1 DLC will be Broly Bardock, Normal Goku, Normal Vegeta, Vegito Blue, Merge Zamasu, 17, and Cooler. And all of those characters will be out by July.
You see, it's a cool roster from the characters that I know, but regular Goku and Vegeta, those are it's not that I disapprove of those characters. It's just those should be characters that should have already been in the roster.
Yeah, it's very disappointing how, apparently according to the rumors that were before this list, apparently the reason that base form Goku and base form Vegeta were in is because of how popular they were in Extreme Butoden. So I guess the 3DS game that was also made by Arxis. So yeah, I guess they will also might have decided to include them in as well.
It's just it's still weird. It's them in their base form. If they're gonna be DLC, they might as well just be like, hey, thanks for playing the game. Be free.
As far as we know, in terms of Vegeta's costume, which is Saiyan Arc Vegeta, these could be there's Saiyan Arc incarnations.
I can see Goku using Kaioken as a super.
Yeah, I expect Goku using the Kaioken and Spirit Bomb.
Yeah, that would be pretty sick. I would definitely not mind that, but at the same time, make them free since they're already not in the base roster.
I expect Vegeta to have a great ape transformation.
I can imagine that being a cinematic super.
Yeah, I think that's a super, to be honest. By base Vegeta, you think that mean when he was... Yes, because his model currently in the data is him with his Saiyan armor and the tail wrapped around his body. So yeah.
You think that they'll act the same as how they used to be? Because it's not because what you say about his Saiyan armor, that's one thing, but having his tail wrapped around, it's he doesn't have his tail anymore. So do you think he's gonna act the same? Base Goku and base Vegeta will act the same as they did back then.
I feel like they are. I feel like they will.
Not that
yeah.
base Goku will have much of a change, but base Vegeta definitely does have a big change. So.
Yeah, I feel like base Vegeta will definitely be more Saiyan Arc beginning of Z thing.
How would his ape form even work? I can imagine maybe he has a hit super or a command grab super where once the cinematic starts, he throws that son of his.
Yeah, I assume it's a super that knocks the opponent away. He throws something in the air that triggers the Great Ozaru transformation, and then he just like hits them, and then his tail just gets cut off.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, that the tail cut off part wouldn't make sense, because if then he couldn't transform into the Great Ozaru anymore. So
Yeah, like it's a middle
Oh.
of a fight. Can I ask like a quick question about like for Tien? You know how like one of his supers, I think it's his level 3, where Chiaotzu like blows himself up. You know?
oh, the one-time super.
Oh, so it is a one-time super. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's a
thought
one-time
that's
super.
what it was gonna be.
Yeah, you just yeah. Then I think if they are gonna incorporate the Great Ozaru, then that'll be his one-time super.
Yeah.
It transforms into the Great Ozaru, lands a very powerful, devastating hit. Could be an Oko, I don't know, but and then that's how, and then his tail gets cut off, and then that's how it works. That's how it becomes just a one-hit super
Yeah, I would approve
or
of that.
one-time super. Yeah. In terms of Vegito Blue, man, adding so many Gokus and so many Vegetas, I don't know how Vegito's gonna play.
See, my thing about Vegito Blue is like that's never happened unless it's a movie thing.
Vegito Blue, you're in the Goku Black arc.
So Vegeto's coming back.
Yeah, Vegito's coming back.
All right, and then I'm good. It makes sense again.
He's also in the Goku Black arc, so
Oh, okay then.
yeah, he comes back in that arc.
All right then.
So I don't know how he'll play. Like maybe he'll like have a combination of moves from, like from base form Goku and Vegeta and Blue Goku and Vegeta. Beats me.
I mean, there isn't much from what I don't know. I don't think I could say much about this because I don't know too much about like Vegito Blue versus just like base Vegito.
Yeah. Merge Zamasu.
This stage is yours again.
This merge Zamasu. I don't even have anything.
All right.
I don't have anything to say about Merge Zamasu. It's Goku Black merged with Zamasu.
So Zamasu's like personality like more dominant than Goku Black's or something? Or, like...
I don't know, man. I spoil myself when I watch Super. And
right.
17.
I just don't care.
It's Dragon Ball Super 17. So, if you don't get to the Tournament of Power arc by the time 17 comes out, then yeah, that's a huge spoiler.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's fine. It's whatever.
Because I assume 17 is just gonna be Dragon Ball Super 17.
Alright, then. I have not much of a say in this.
Yeah. And Cooler.
I also have no clue who Cooler is either.
Just like another one of Frieza's. Like, I think it's like, I don't know, man. I don't have an opinion on Cooler either. I didn't talk about the first rosters thing, so Brother brought out Janimba.
Wait, is Cooler like the how like Frost is Cooler supposed to be like Frost's father or something?
Frost. I think Frost is a Universe 6 character.
Yeah. Oh, this is a movie kit? Never mind. About Cooler. Never mind.
Cooler. I don't think Cooler's a movie character. I think he's canon. I don't know. But yeah, I thought Cooler might be a movie character. So going on to the first list that I mentioned, there's Janimba, who's a movie character. Kefla, the fusion between Caulifla and Kale. Topo, Jiren, Kid Goku, and Fu. I don't have a lot to talk about for like any of these characters. I think Jiren is boring, to be honest.
I thought people hyped him up, but then I'm just seeing stuff like Light said he doesn't like Jiren.
He's just super powerful, and that's about it.
No, I see.
But also, anybody who says they should add Ultra Instinct Goku are stupid. Because, like, who's gonna... Ultra Instinct Goku won't work at all. It's like his whole...
everything.
He can dodge everything, and he's, like, super powerful. Like...
Yeah, I can see how it doesn't work. Like, I don't know much about, like, Jiren and them, but I do know, like, what Ultra Instinct is supposed to be.
Yeah, yeah, that's about it for all I can say. Now for Season 2. Season 2, according to this leak, it says Season 2 DLC was just finished planning, and they started translating the paperwork the day before they got fired. I don't know what that means, but the character packs were as follows. The first will be out before the end of the year. Season 2, according to them, will be Tapion and Gogeta, Mutin or Mutin Roshi, and Videl with Great Saiyaman. Rat. Go on.
So, like you said, like Videl with Great Saiyaman. I think that's cool and all, but like adult Gohan is a character.
Great Saiyaman's an assist. Raditz and Zarbon. And Kaba and Kale with Khalifa. Now, Gogeta, I don't know about Tapion, but Gogeta is also non-canon.
Hey, can you like pass me like the whole DLC link to that? That was a tweet, right?
Yeah. Hold on.
Pass it to me real quick?
I will. Yeah, I'll pass it to you. Yeah, it's a Reddit link, so I'll post it in leaders.
Alright.
Alright,
I got it.
Yeah. I don't know about Tapion at all, never heard of it. Gogeta, non-canon, but Gogeta might be the only way we're getting Super Saiyan 4 at all.
Oh, I see.
Because that's like a popular fusion. It's like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta.
Alright. I see.
I have no idea what Mutin Roshi is.
I have no clue either, but it's Master Roshi.
Mutin Roshi. That's just Master Roshi.
That's it?
Yeah, it's literally just Master Roshi.
Alright then.
But yeah, so Master... that's not surprising, to be honest. Videl is also not surprising, but her having a Great Saiyaman assist is also just weird.
So if that's the case, I think it's safe to assume that Videl can't play. You can't put Videl with adult Gohan.
I mean,
because that's exactly what Great Saiyaman is.
I don't know. Tapion's the link of Dragon. Oh. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. Maybe if you have Gohan on your team, the Great Saiyaman will just be replaced with Gohan, or adult Gohan.
Maybe.
I think that'll just be how it works. And Raditz and Zarbon. Raditz, that's another Saiyan. That's Goku's brother.
I didn't like him, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't understand why. Zarbon. he's Frieza's henchman.
He's like the
he's one of Free. Yeah, he on Dragon Ball Wiki, it states Zarbon is an elite warrior who values beauty and his physical appearance above all else. He's considered to be very handsome, which means he's the Vega of the Dragon Ball Z
That's
universe.
what I'm saying.
Hey Marth, we found your character. He just we'll find out if he has a blonde color, and then bam, you can play him. But yeah, I expect that to be a color for him.
Blonde. A Vega reference.
I expect a Vega reference.
That would be pretty sick.
Because he's totally Vega.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Adult Gohan doing those poses in his gi? You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
And Kaba and Kale with Caulifla. Kaba and Kale and Caulifla, those are Universe 6 characters.
See, all I know that is that Kaba can be Super Saiyan, and that's it. And I haven't seen much about him. So, Kale and Caulifla, I have no clue. Like
Kaba, Kale, and Caulifla can all turn Super Saiyan.
Like is Kale and Caulifla, like those are the two female Saiyans, right?
Those are the female Saiyans, yes.
Oh, okay.
Kale is also you remember the whole female Broly thing?
Yeah, so it's Kale that's the female Broly thing.
Yeah, Kale is female Broly.
So her power is maximum?
I don't know. But honestly, going back to the first list, yeah, I expected Kefla, to be honest. Because I feel like if you're gonna represent those two characters in Dragon Ball Fighters, I expected Kefla. Or at least Caulifla, because Kale isn't an interesting enough character. If anything, I would have expected Kale to be the assist, because she's always like, she's super shy, she's super reserved.
I see.
And, yeah, I don't know, man, but yeah, I just mentioned that kick striker.
Too late.
Yeah, but oh well. So I guess the second list is gonna be who ends up being our season 2 DLC. So, any thoughts? Any final thoughts?
Like, first of all, I'm sorry, my roommate's
it's fun.
Yeah, I guess this is gonna happen like at least once every stream until I can move. Let me look at this last list again. Videl, I think I would like Videl and Kaba and I don't know. I
You
think
still
that's
need to get fighters.
Yeah, I still need to get the game.
Yeah, I can't wait for you.
I think like having Videl as a character is pretty cool. I actually really like it. I remember like Shreed saying like put Mr. Satan in because like I'm just like he can't fly, but then he said he had a jetpack, and I'm like okay.
Yeah, he has a jetpack.
But my thing about like having Mr. Satan as a character in this game is that he can't hurt any of those characters. So that's just gonna be really weird.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's fine by me. Like any of these lists, because I just don't know too much about like some of these characters. Like I barely know really know who Goku Black is. So who's gonna say my opinion on Jiren is gonna be like good or bad?
Yeah. Don't find Kale nor Broly to be I don't have any real connection to those characters, so I don't know. I like the Team 4-star thing. It's like, how is he this strong? What kind of How many push-ups did he do? How many sit-ups? What kind of juice did he drink? That's like I tweeted out a video that's just like if Broly becomes top tier, and it's that exact clip. And I expect Broly to be top tier, to be honest, because he has the same stats as Android 16, except with better power and better range.
So I'm just assuming he's gonna be a really slow character.
Well, think about it like this: Android 16 is supposed to be super slow. Look at that dude.
That's true.
So he's top tier.
Cause he has everything. He's big. He's got range. He's got power. He's got speed.
Yeah, it's man. I don't know why I acted so negatively about it. I main him. Like my main team is Saiyan is like my main team is 16, Vegeta Blue, and Goku Black. So yeah. I'm trying to see if I can find Vegeta's or it's like not Vegeta's but Broly's and 16 stats so I can like say them out. Hold on, I'm gonna hunt for it. You say shit.
What's next? We got like 2 more things of like upcoming DLC to talk about. Marvel and Pokken Tournament.
Yeah, well, hold off on that while I try to find the stats.
Yeah, just like warning everyone that we got like a few more things, and then the stream's gonna be over because it's almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
These discussions just go on, and I love it, but they just go on. That's why we have to make. I'm gonna start making like each of these like each category of these nodes just be like episode specific.
Yeah.
Because like recent releases was a whole episode, and upcoming releases DLC both like pretty much became a whole episode. And it's not just like how long we could talk about it, but it's also like I try to make decisions like how long these episodes will be based on how much we have to talk about plus how long it's gonna or how much content there is to talk about.
Yeah. So yeah, Broly and Android 16 have like. Okay, so if I can load up Broly, this image of Broly's things, then I can just read them off. Broly's stats are. Well, let me first say 16 stats. 16 stats are S power. They're all Japanese. God damn it! I can't read Japanese. If I can find an English version, I'll be able to. Buster Broly English.
Again, I'm sorry.
It's fine. I assume. I don't think the chat minds.
Yeah.
What was that? That's the Shonen Games. Shout out to Shonen Games. They do like a bunch of. They do they do a bunch of translations of like articles and shit from Japan. So shout outs to them.
Alright.
So yeah, the stats of Android 16 are S power, C speed, S reach, B technique, which is like execution, and energy is S, I think. And
energy like restoring their like key or their meter.
I believe so. And for Broly, it is SS power, C speed, SS reach, B technique, and S energy.
Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
There's a big character.
Also, apparently Bardock is supposed to be Rushdown, which means I'm gonna play him because I like me some Rushdown. So yeah.
I just read Mark's comments. I don't have any Gokus on my cell.
Yeah. So that's all I have to say about Fighters DLC.
Yeah.
Um.
Should we talk about Pokémon's DLC before we talk about Marvel Infinite? Like, what potential DLC? Because I feel like we're going on a rant with that one.
Yeah.
All right. Pokken Tournament's DLC. People call him Bardock Goku. That's what he is. He's two Gokus because he's double Goku because he's a father.
Yeah.
in fact,
it's like now we conduct the father of Son Goku, and Son Goku's son.
What's next? We're gonna dunk Son Goku's son.
Oh, okay. So, Wave 2 for a Pokken Tournament will include Blastoise as a character and Mew and Celebi as support Pokemon.
I thought like adding like Blastoise of all characters was really weird, but it's fine because like they put Empoleon, they put Suicune, they put Chandelure.
Where the fuck is Greninja?
Bro, where's my Hitmons?
Yeah, I don't get where's Greninja?
Where's like the characters that make sense to be in the
It's like every popular Pokemon is there, but Greninja isn't. We have 2 Pikachus.
We have 2 Mewtwo's.
But no Greninja. Like what? Like Blaziken got me to play the game personally when I had it on Wii U, but like if you want to get me back into the game, add Greninja.
If you want me to get back into the game, add a 2D only mode and also like just add some good characters like Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan. Like I'm forgetting Pokemon names. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. That's all I got, honestly. That didn't take long.
Wait, what are like playable Pokemon in there? Is it
the playable Pokemon that is in Battle Pack 2 is Blastoise.
Wait, that's it? I thought there was someone else. Like
for Battle Pack 1, which is already out, is Honedge?
Yeah, Honedge or Honedge. No, wait. I think that's like Aegis Slash. I think like isn't there like a sword and a shield?
It's Aegis Slash. And then like
Hitmonchan.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was Aegis Slash.
Yeah.
And then like the support Pokemon was Mega Rayquaza and Mimikyu.
Oh, I see.
By the way, that I'm on the Pokken website right now. The render for Mimikyu is so cute.
Let me see.
It looks so good.
I'm about to check this out too.
Alright,
what's this website? Just hit this.
Put it in leaders.
Oh, okay. Look. It's like 3D and it's weird and it's nice.
But it's such a good render.
That's true. It's like all these renders for these Pokemon. It's like it's weird because it's 3D, like actual 3D, but it's still good.
It's not weird because it's weird because it's like 720 1080p.
That's true.
Yeah. It's weird, man. So that's all I got for Pokken Tournament.
I was gonna talk about let me see these DLC packs really quick because I just need to remember them because I want to talk about the prices.
There are only 2. We know.
Oh yeah, so like the whole DLC pack that I see right now that has like it says it's a total of like $15, and it has 2 characters and 4 assists, and I'm just like, that's $15. That's like half of a season in Street Fighter V, where you get like 6 like actual playable characters. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, that kind of rips me off. Like only 2 playable characters and 4 assists for just one, just for like $15. I feel like I kind of got ripped though if I were to buy it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all I got. Oh fuck.
I'm so sorry.
Ah man. Roommates are awful.
Especially when you only have one room you have to share. And just running through your room. I'll go on the tangent like off stream.
Alright. So next is finally for upcoming DLC, kind of, is Marvel Infinite.
Well, it's just speculation.
Yeah, speculation.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah, wishful thinking. Yeah.
Emphasis on the wishful.
Yeah. If they are gonna do like for Capcom 2 Marvel, which is what I expect them to do, because you know the roster is currently imbalanced. I don't expect them to put any X-Men character in it.
They should.
But if they decide to send off Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite with this DLC, I expect them to do 7 Capcom and 5 Marvel. If that's the case, then yes, I expect all 5 of those characters to be X-Men and Fantastic Four. And I expect all 5 of those characters on the Capcom side to be some newcomers and some veterans. For now, I'll just go with the 4 Capcom 2 Marvel, to be 100% honest.
Just to be balanced.
Yeah.
I personally, I just want some hype characters. I want Akuma back. I wanted them to put Asura and Juri, because those are just...
Yeah.
I feel like Juri would be really fun and would make sense, because just look at her moves. They're kind of all over the place.
I'm gonna go with what I expect and not what I want. What I expect from the Capcom side is Asura, Lady, what's that other character? I said Asura, Lady, Jean from God Hand. Maybe either Jean from God Hand or a Power Stone character. And Virgil.
Alright.
And then for the Marvel side, I expect Star-Lord and Miss Marvel.
Wait, what? Wait, I thought they already had Miss Marvel with Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel was Miss Marvel. She has a Miss Marvel costume currently, but she is currently Carol Danvers. The current Captain Marvel is that because the old Captain Marvel died, and now she takes her place. Current Miss Marvel is now Kamala Khan. I think that's her name. And she's like, I think she's an Arabian character, like an Arab character. But she's like, she has stretchy limbs.
So, a Dawson.
Hold on. Let me look up her powers, actually. Miss Marvel. Yeah, Kamala Khan. Yeah. Yeah, she's a teenage Pakistani American from Jersey City, New Jersey, with shape-shifting abilities.
Okay.
Hold on. Are her like powers in here? Like, she's She's an Avenger, a champion, and a secret warrior. Do I know what the last two mean? No. Um, she's a shapeshifter, and she also has a healing factor.
A healing factor.
Yeah, like Wolverine and Deadpool.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So, yeah, and Star-Lord, we all know that's the leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Um, if I were to go for the 7 Marvel 5 the 7 Capcom 5 Marvel thing, my list would be I'm not going to say my list yet, actually. You go ahead, Rocking, with yours.
7 more.
Well, I mean, like, do like the 4 Capcom 2 Marvel first.
Yeah, I think I'll just do that because I like especially for Marvel, I just don't know who I want. Like for Capcom, of course, I would want Akuma, Asura, and Juri because like Akuma, like he's like one of the characters that should be a staple character. You know, he's kind of been in all the Marvel games, so. Hey, close the door, please. Thank you.
It was like the situation with Strider in Marvel 3.
Oh yeah, like he wasn't
Like,
there until like Ultimate.
Yeah, Strider is a mainstay in Marvel, but he wasn't in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. But then they added him back in Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Just odd, but oh well. Yeah. So what?
What you were saying?
So what were your characters again?
Currently, I said Akuma, Asura, and Juri. Like Akuma, like he's the mainstay character. Like it just makes sense. Asura, like he's a hype character. Plus, like all the stuff that he does in his game, like you'd think that it would make sense to be in the Marvel game. And
yeah.
And Juri, it's like her moves are like all over the screen, like a bunch of like kick moves. She has a whole bunch of mobility. Like she has like the air like dive kick move in 4, which I really wish they brought back. That could have been her V trigger too. Come on.
Yeah, Juri is a character that does suit Marvel a lot.
Yeah.
If I were to go for the whole 7 Capcom 5 I would include Akuma, Asura, Wesker, Virgil. I would go with Edward Falcon and Jean from God Hand. And for Marvel, I would include all of the X-Men that are missing, that are important, like Wolverine, Magneto, Deadpool, Doctor Doom, and for 5, I guess I would either include either Cable or Psylocke.
Yeah, like either of them could work. I think I would
because that's a character that it's like Thanos. It's a character that we haven't seen since Marvel 2, and that is never and would technically be a newcomer because we haven't seen them for quite a while.
I guess so.
Well, I mean, no, actually, I assume those characters, unlike Thanos, would use their Marvel 2 movesets, because Thanos was completely reworked.
No, well, I didn't know that. I didn't play Marvel 2, so.
Well, in Marvel 2, Thanos and just Thanos uses a lot of bubbles.
Well, at least my game has Akuma, bitch. Taking the Marvel Infinite.
Well, at
crazy.
least, like, yeah, I love that video. Well, at least my game has Akuma, bitch.
Have you seen that one meme about like Dragon Ball Fighters DLC? It'll be like Super Saiyan, like God, Super Saiyan Goku or Vegeta or something, and then like It's like that meme with like the expanding brain, and like the most expanded brain, it said Akuma.
Bro, if Akuma was in Marvel, I mean, not Marvel, in Dragon Ball Fighters, that'd be so sick.
That'd be weird, but also make sense and also be sick.
It would make so much sense.
It
Like,
actually, to be honest, it would.
I feel like in terms of like all of the characters in Street Fighter that could go up against like Dragon Ball characters, it would be Akuma.
Like that's the man could probably do anything. He probably would be a Dragon Ball character.
Yeah, Akuma could be a Dragon Ball character.
Have you seen like clips of of like the Street Fighter cartoon? That man is literally teleporting, like instant transmission. I'm just like, that's crazy. But then at the same time, I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah.
Especially
Dude,
if he turns to Oni, he could probably face up like Super Saiyan God.
Oni would be a cool transformation super.
You know what? That would be pretty sick.
Yeah, but I feel like it would be weird because his entire hitbox would change. I feel like it'd be more likely to have a Shin Akuma super.
Yeah.
Like have a Shin Akuma super and then just give him Oni moves.
Yeah, I'll be fine with that. Like, I'm starting to like not Shinakuma. I'm starting to like Oni more, like, because I used to not like him, primarily because I made him fat. And like that's not cool, because like that's not cool. But now I'm just like, okay, he's actually pretty cool.
You're indifferent.
I'm starting to actually like him, but I'm just like, how, because if you take a Street Fighter story, I'm just wondering like how would you apply like Oni to the series? Like he's supposed to be like this god like character.
The Raging Demon would work weird though. I feel like if they were to put Akuma in that game, you would have to make the Raging Demon a hit super.
I mean, are there like many command grab supers in the game?
I mean,
but you know what? I guess I could see why, because
yeah, there are a few command grab supers in the game. Never mind. But you know, just give him another level 3 though.
I'm so sorry.
Give him like his
Seikiya Kuretsuda.
Yeah, Seikiya Kuretsuha for his
I don't know what it's called in Third Strike, like it's fully developed.
Just give him that super and make it as one of his level 3s. Or give him like one of like that other super in Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Yeah, the Misogi super. That was sick.
Misogi. Yeah, and then just make his level 1s like Metsatsu go Hado or Metsatsu go Shoryu.
Yeah.
Actually, I feel like how would his super dash work? Yeah, that would be weird. Like, how would you put a super dash in? How would his super dash work?
Like, that's like the move where it's like everyone like dashes forward and you have to like hit 2H and just to counter it or something. Is that the move?
His super dash is like the thing that like dashes you to that homes in on an opponent and then like is
that move.
Yeah, that move. How I don't know how that would work.
I mean, I guess you could just give it to him.
Yeah, just give it to him.
Like, it'll be like a tad bit weird because we've never seen it, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like unbelievable because it's a cool.
Yeah. Just make it like his demon teleport, but like it just floats up in the air. But like, I feel like you could just give him a super dash and it wouldn't feel that out of place.
I mean, he kind of like if the DLC for like Asura's Wrath, like
yeah, he does that in Asura's Wrath, so that's not too out of place.
Yeah, especially when he plays when he turns into Oni, so it won't be too out of place.
Yeah, I hope if they but for Marvel, back to Marvel, I hope if they do decide to continue doing DLC, they add Virgil back in.
I like how we went from Marvel to back to Dragon Ball. That shows how dead the game is. We went to talking about
yeah. Just I really hope they just add Virgil back in.
Yeah, that'll be.
and then and then nobody's gonna want to play the game with me. Because like Virgil's in this game, fuck that. So now it's just like, oh yeah, cool. So yeah, Virgil's in this. Yeah, so Virgil's announced his DLC, and then they're just like, oh no, CJ's at it again. He's gonna actually learn Virgil, unlike Marvel 3, where he just gave up and decided to play Dante, Akuma, and Deadpool instead.
Man, you were like really. I remember like Pantros like was so shook by your Dante and Infinite.
Yeah, like he always just like man, just he hates me in Marvel Infinite.
I forgot I made him a mod too like a while ago.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope this game gets DLC.
You know what I would really like to see? Like, I would like to see Akuma if he is a DLC character, and this is for like either games that we were talking about. But mostly Marvel Infinite right now because I think it would be really weird applying it, just a little bit weird applying it in like, say if it wasn't Dragon Ball FighterZ, like uh his Tatsumaki, like his, you know that his third super in Third Strike where it's like his Tatsu looking thing that kind of looks like his Demon Armageddon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that super. I really want that because it's so fun in Third Strike.
Well, Demon Armageddon wasn't in Third Strike.
No, I mean like the Tatsu looking thing in Third Strike.
That was. No, wait. Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah, the one that's like he flies in the air and is like constantly kicking you.
Oh, the one where he just like spirals up with his Tatsu.
Yeah, that move is so fun to hit. Like, and I just found out if you air Tatsu,
yeah,
it lands,
that's not what it's called. That's not what it's called in Third Strike. Demon Armageddon is.
Yeah,
like...
I know it's not what it's called. I just forgot about it because like the last time I played Third Strike, it was on Fightcade and Japanese text.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I got for Infinite.
Yeah, just wishful thinking because we don't know if this is gonna be DLC. Put Akuma. Oh. Wait. Oh. Did you guys hear that too? Oh, I hope I'm doing. I hope my PC is doing okay. I just realized we haven't been having music for a while. Oh, please, Discord, don't break on me. Oh, that got me shook. You guys heard that too, right? Can you put some music on, please? Like, this thing is not loading. Come on. Just play this music. Go on. You guys heard that too, right? Please tell me I'm not the only one that heard it. I think I might have to end the stream. Like, we're on the last topic anyways. Hold up. What the heck? I think my computer... Oh my god. My whole computer is on mute. Because I'm on Discord right now, and I can... And I'm communicating with CJ. But I can't hear him. I can't hear my music. What? I hate this PC so much. I'm so sorry, everyone. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to cut the stream here. hold up. Like, please tell me I sound fine on stream.